Jesus. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. This is the Diaspora Informative News Outlet, Liberia Public Radio. We want to welcome you to today's edition, Monday edition, to a conversation with the liberal progressive. What a beautiful song here from the southeastern side. In fact, he's my guide, and the reason we see her consistently is the message contained. At some point in time, we will get to the interpretation. We want to welcome you. Tawu Inkra is a specific, is a light. Those traditional you, if you're a country person like myself, raised up in the village and came to town. It is used a group of bamboos to put them together. It provides some sort of light. It's a sort of natural light by itself, and that's this is a Christian, it's a religious song. You can't be a Christian and you say you do tabata like the liberal and his guide in here. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. This is the Diaspora Informative News Outlet, Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. I am Alfonso Zienso, right here from the New England Bureau. We want to welcome our viewers. Good evening. Good to have you here. JOT, just on time. Michael is in the building. Of course, our man, Momolo, is always here. We say thank you very, very much. Odila, I hope I'm calling the name right. If not, just forgive me. And our Lenny. Veronica is in the building. Of course, Aliu is here. Always, always. Thank you for your commitment. Let's get the ball rolling. Right here, right now. And invite someone at your company. Let me move this here. Let's get the evening going. Time is fast spent. I am Alfonso Zienso, top of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, evening, depending on your location. We say you are wholeheartedly welcome. This is LPR, and that's how we do it here. Just do us a favor by hitting the share icon and invite someone at your company and tell them that LPR is on and there's a need that we have this conversation jointly. Your views, your opinions will be heard. We don't sanction voices here. All we ask to maintain civility in the process of discussing our country, our national leaders. They are public figures, so everything about them must be open, must be an open book. We'll do it with respect. We will disagree with them. We will tell them how we feel. If they are leading our country right, if there are things that needs to be fixed, we will talk to them. We will make suggestions. It's at their behest to whether they will agree or not. And of course, we're going to see some pushback from their surrogates, their supporter. It's natural. It's a natural thing. So of course, that is always obvious. And so we always like to have everyone here to have this sort of conversation for the good of our country, whether we agree or disagree. But the context, the manner in which these conversations are kept is very vital, because we don't just want to have a waste of our time. We we talk it in with anger, with lack of tolerance, without me listening to Momolu saying his on the side, and I just want my side to be heard. That is where the problem is. When you feel that your point is more logical, and when you speak, it should be the final boss stop. It should be the final point, then that is a problem. And this is where the hair button in this national conversation comes from. I don't want to speak, when when they want to speak the authority, right? They speak from the esophagus, from the throat. I don't want to speak. When I speak, it's a funnel. That's an iron fist way of leading. Even when you're a leader, when you speak, leader should be, that's my own opinion, and I could be wrong, and you can bring me to that point. Leader should be the last person to accommodate all of the views, the opinion, members, people who agree. But people don't usually accommodate, they don't like people that disagree with them. They like people, leaders always like people who will ring the belt, the sort of signal they want to hear, right? They always like things they want to hear. If you are critical, even in our own community, in our own setting, organization, if you tend to be someone who is curious, because simply as you want to know, you don't want to act on ignorance. You want to know what is happening, how your money is being spent, how the financial reports, whether it's in detail or they just put short trust on there, we spend 10, we spend 5,000. How the 5,000, the records are not there to outline, to itemize, to give that sort of detailed report. And when you try asking questions, people will be there that will come after you. And that's how the corrupt systems can kick off. Because there are people who always for them, and it's part of them, don't blame them, it's part of their DNA. They, whatever people say, they keep it in your heart. It becomes like a burden, and that shouldn't be. Always learn to raise your finger. It must just be done with respect. That's all. Raise your finger and express your apprehensions, whatever that is happening that you don't understand. So one who asks questions, you don't get in trouble, because the ignorance of a law is no excuse. If you're supposed to ask a question, if you have doubts, if something is unclear, it is preferable to ask a question than to assume. Assumptions is not a fact. Assumptions is not something that you want to rely on. But how many of us are always willing to do that because we don't want to do it? Because you ask people, someone who is sitting there who is just no of saying yes when there should be no, because that person will frown on you. I want to encourage you to take charge of your decision making, to be an independent voice. It doesn't matter who you dialogue with. Take control of yourself. Be independent. Be forceful. Be absolute in your argument, and let them convince you why they are talking what they are talking and why they want you to be aligned with them. You have to fight for yourself. If you can't fight, nobody's going to fight for you. You know what's good for you. And I've said that here consistently. Do not allow people to define who you are. You can better articulate yourself. You can better establish your own identity. Whether in the world of politics, in community, in your association, if you allow people to define you, if you allow them to tell your story, you are the best person to tell your story. If you give that, if you made that, if that mistake is made, clear message, you don't. Because they will go. The radio stations without managers, without editors, they will carry it and it will be edified. Oh, guess what? This is what they say Bendu A. This is what they say Moses A. And Moses was there, but Moses, maybe, is that being respectful? Moses decided to just say, I don't want to speak to A. Speak when you need to speak. Talk when you need to talk. Do not allow people to tell your success story. You are the best person that can tell your own success story. The show is getting underway. This is just a brush out. Welcome to the show. And I do us a favor, just hit the share icon button and I invite someone at your company. This is LPR. We say it. We are not infallibles. We are not the same. Everything might not be 100%, but we'll try our best to do what we can to let you know what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to hear. And this is the problem. People always love to hear what they want to hear. And that's not the traditions of this network. Even though, let me be crystal clear. We have some analysts here who are ridiculous. They have their own fans group. When they hear the cheer, then all they support them. So whatever it says, they go with it. And they will come back, hit you with attack. You know, so then what to do when you disagree with them, then they create what they call political identity. Oh, he's a seditious. Oh, the ANC 1%. Oh, the WC 2%. That's what they do. So they hear that they protect their own alligators. When the ball drop on there, then they give a logical excuse. And they try to reconstruct the case to make it look like something didn't happen. But what we do here is to decode this sort of language that they try to speak in the executory tone only they and their supporters or their people can always understand. So what we do when we see some of those words coming, we pause, we think a little bit, get in our shares, we're not reactionaries, and what we do, we decode our language for the good of the country. This is LPR. I'm Alfonso Z, and so stay tuned. The program is on the way. Very shortly, the analysts are going to be here. Even if they are not here, I am here. Most of them, they talk tabata. When you see them start talking from their throat, their esophagus, and they're trying to find an outlet. It's like when you are stuck against the wall, they put you in the cage, and there's no way that to get out. You have only one outlet. Then you begin to strategize as how to get. You can't go up, you can't come down, you can't go on the side, you need to go straight. Then you begin to strategize. How the hell am I going to get out of this place? That's how they do. They are fixer. They are politicians. And they come to tell you, say they are advocate. They're not advocating for you. These people advocate for themselves. All of those people that were shouting and screaming, acting like a little chihuahua, they were all talking here. Do you hear them again? No. They have become legal counselors overnight, defending positions. What are the government? What are the oppositions? What are the organizations? What are the institutions? That's who they are. So we know them. When we see them coming, when they are walking, so we know who they are. So then we just take a deep breath, watch the moment, think about it, and just sort of put them under the radar and then unveiled their true identity. This is LPR. Welcome to the show. C. Davis is a strong fan of the liberal progressive. He's Washington, he UPace, and all of that. Do I agree with him most of the time? No, but we have to accommodate these voices, and sometimes he can take a swipe at his guy. And so when he comes strong on the liberal, then the liberal cut off speech. The old man, that's the old man. Old man who, they get a parable says, if you're a traditional person like myself, they get this parable. The old man cannot be the first to see the ugliness of the bamboo. When bamboo comes to town, as an old person, you, the wise man, you are the wisdom, do not rush there because the descriptions of that bamboo, the children will come, they will give some horrible. But when you're the first to go there to see it, and the children they come, they say, oh, look at that bamboo, the head is, the nose is, the mouth is. There's no way that you can stop there again because you are gone there to see it. And you came, you're scratching your jaw, you're scratching your head. But when the kids go there and see it, and they begin to give the sort of description that is unacceptable, you will tell that child, don't do that, don't say it. I'll get some paper there this time. Smallest sound. What happened here? What is it? Send this younger one, let them observe, let them see, and then bring in report. You digest it, and then you'll be the solution to you. You'll be the guy to find the solution. And when you be the first to see the ugliness of the bamboo, you cannot defend it. That's exactly why it is. We say good evening, welcome. Matanima is in the building. Moses Momolu, the breakable powers, the Wiashins. That's another group of people. You know, they get a seditions and they get a Wiashins. So sometimes it's convoluted to see how things going. We all cry, we say we want institution, but when group of people take themselves and say, this is the guy, instead of focusing on the institutions, how it will survive, but yet and say, we want to have structure, we want to have institutions, we want to have a system. One person cannot erect and make a system to survive. You know? So the Wiashins, the seditions, the Boashins, you know, we have to deal with them. I'm not sure whether the ANC, whether on a group or whatever it is, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we have to do what we're supposed to do. We got to tell these people who we are, what we believe in. Well, the analysts, they are here. They are ready to assemble, and we want to be having a conversation. Mr. Terry Collins is a senior analyst of the Liberia Public Radio. He based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and is a strong supporter of the ruling establishment. Sometimes Terry can go hot on the guy. And when that happens, then Breaker goes, Terry, I want to put you on my back. Hey, Frenchie and people, can't even go 2 seconds. Next thing, he throw Terry down in the gutter and say he won't break his back because they call George Weirney. You know, and that's the liberal guy. But sometimes, you know, he tried to put on his stuff and things like that. He's the reverend with the strong political ideology as well. We say good evening. We want to welcome you. If this is the first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. This is LPR. We say it, we talk it, and we have this honest conversation. Let's take the quick commercial break, and we'll be coming back. And our usher in, my guy, is here already. And we will have a conversation. I will be right back.
Hey, you. It's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events, such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services, and your friends in business.
This is the Liberia Public Radio. Follow us live on the social media. That's the Facebook, and of course, our YouTube channel is also active. If this is the first time we say, you are wholeheartedly welcome. Welcoming Esther in the building to the Breakable. Breakable is going crazy now, tweeting crazy here this evening. TZ is here, Mamolo is here. Let me bring in Mr. Terry Collins, is a senior analyst of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv, a strong supporter of President Jose Newman Boakai. You know, how the BBC, those guys can call him Boakai. Yeah, Joseph Boakai. How do I call it, woman? Okay, Mr. Collins, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. So, good evening to the panel and to you, the examiner, and also to the viewers and to Labor too. The other day, I think last night, Labor on the show.
He's going crazy. He might be back here. Yeah, they play here now. His blog.
Yeah.
I don't talk like him. I don't preach his tabata and all of those kind of. Look, you see, Clarence Town now. Welcome rescue too.
Fly by night.
This is the problem we have. So wait a minute. Are you the rescue? Do you accept this name? You are rescue too?
Yeah, why not? Labor give me that name, I own it.
Oh,
I own it. Once the Labor give me that name, I own it, Mr. So. The Labor is a political group of APR. You're not a politician. You are a journalist or professional at that way. That's why you're not eating nothing. The people there, they won't give you money because you refuse to bend.
I'll come and go to the yellow machine, my man. Liberia too much. When you stay as opposition, you want to dap. You will dap also. Right now, I'm taking it. Oh yeah. Man, let me see here. Let me get this bind on the weight, and then I can get Dr. Mali in.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Mali.
Yeah.
Wow. 2 days in a row. The Liberal here for you.
You see, they got. You see, Remy coming inside a town bomb here again, oh.
No,
when you see it like that, then Dr. Mali, he's getting some text messages now. The Liberal, because the guy, he gossiped about you just later this evening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And when he comes, he can't deny it because I got him on the radar.
But Liberal supposed to cease fire right now. He's bereaved, and he's supposed to cease fire.
That man, the man.
But Labor to be quiet this long? What? Yeah, Labor already bereaved.
I the one forcing him. And he said, I said, you're not coming until others sit down and take a break. So when Letonel right now, I'm not calling his name. I don't even know why you're forcing me to call his name. I'm not calling his name. I'm not talking his tabata, so they play his air. He's burning with ink, and I'm not gonna call his name. I'm gonna add that. I don't even see him. Gentlemen, good evening. We got to talk all tonight. The alert is going on. The Yoboti group firing back. The arrest and the incarcerations of the man is illegal. Where they're coming from, the demolition exercise is still ongoing in Liberia. But I'm also calling my attention and hope we can discuss that the FOIA thing not going away. From page, the Liberian investigators now is reporting that some Turkish financials or money guys are behind this. GOL yet to find their voice, their tone as to how to address it. And I think that is concerning because recently the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs wasn't able to, hey, come on, you are the handbag of the president. You should be able to take the bullet of the president. You saw what Michael Cohen did here until a certain point in time, the man decided to dump me. Then he said, you know what, I'm no longer taking this bullet. And I'm pulling the bulletproof jacket off. Welcome, my man, Simeon Red Dennis, based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, gentlemen, let's have a conversation here. But this is how You know, Labrador got own way here. Everybody can say everybody broke the law. Let's listen to this guy here, and then we'll get a conversation, and you can give your lead talking point here this evening.
MDMC, we asked to Asset Recovery Task Force release reckless and unprovoked verbal and physical assault on its CEO and general manager. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the MDMC management condemns in the strongest terms the unprovoked and reckless armed attack raid orchestrated by the Asset Recovery Task Force and carried out by elements believed to be from the Liberia National Police in the early hours of Friday, November 7, 2025, at the home of its Chief Executive Officer, General Manager, Mr. John S. Yabuti, which resulted in his illegal arrest and subsequent incarceration at the Monrovia Central Prison, commonly known as South Beach. Such a planned and well-calculated armed raid attack against Mr. John Yabuti from operatives of the Asset Recovery Task Force scares away potential investors, because this is not the way corporate entities the world over are treated, especially when it has an active valid contract. MDMC wishes to clarify that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and MDMC, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and MDMC entered into two separate civil work contracts on May 5 and September 12, 2023, requiring MDMC to undertake renovation of the ministry's 6th floor with the installation of 3 new elevators. Also, the 5th floor, 4th floor, 3rd floor.
Terry, what is in that guy throat?
I tell you, no, but CEO, before you go that far, the man did not even introduce himself. I don't even know his title. I don't know whether he's the public relations director or what. I don't even know.
Yes. Terry, you are muted. What in his throat? What was he eating? You know, people.
I think he's the lawyer for John Yabuti, right? I think
Wouldn't
he's
know.
the lawyer.
I mean, we would just guess, like what Dr. Mali said. I don't see any introduction. They were not how you call this, but they didn't say that it was not illegal contracting. That's not what they were saying. They said the funding that were provided was improperly used. That was something. They didn't say the contract was not. So you see, when people, and that's the problem. Sometimes these people, the people that represent them, they have to destroy them. They have to kill them. Because that kind of guy, I like to be in that sort of press conference to really ask the question. He even made himself here. I don't see him to have authority with what he's doing there. He like he fear in him or whatever it is. So when you meet top journalist, top person with question, you're gonna add more trouble to his guy. And when you're facing the media, you gotta take charge of the environment, because you are the one that are conducting. You are the presiding officer. Speak with that authority. I mean, flow to the extent that even the guys, the reporters that are going to be there, they will go in their shell. When they meet real people, the way you kind of do stuff. Well, anyway,
Is that the majority black? I heard you say the presiding officer. That's the majority black speaker, Richard Kuhn.
No, anyone who presides over something, you are a presider. What I'm
I
saying,
know. I just kidding.
first of all, you know, you have to evoke that authority. Hey, Yvonne, good to have you this evening, Prince. Mr. Wisa, good to have you here. Because when you doing it, everybody don't know you.
Right.
Let's say employers, they were there, but I'm a different person. And when you have these sort of things, they're going to go in the public domain. So that self-introduction is very, very much important because that gives you the authority to say, yeah, this guy is supposed to be the right man to speak for the institution or for this guy. But he bent down there, hey, I don't know where he ate, and he didn't even drink enough water. And that's a serious case his guy get. And he come in there acting like some kind of gentlemen, let's have the conversation going. All right, first come, first serve. I'm not going to be the liberal. If it were liberal here, he would not give Dr. Mali the chance to talk. He doesn't like Dr. Mali. He said Dr. Mali believed in capital punishment. He always, and he kept pushing this narrative here. He kept pushing it now, and he's not going to go away simply because he does not want to accommodate the voice of Dr. Mali. But we say on LPR, all voices are accommodated. Whether we agree with us or not, we must have this conversation. Terry, let's hear you. This FOIA thing is not going away from the old man. Government of Liberia, the Ministry of Information, people that are close to the president, they can't manage it. They can't control. This is where I like to see Z Emmanuel Buya, Carton Carpet. Those are when I don't care how ugly it is, except for Samuel Doe. When those guys take the microphone, Moses Washington, they know exactly what to do. They know how to dance around the media. The presidential affairs minister went there. He not know. Press secretary can't say anything. Ministry of Information can't say. You make the president vulnerable. You create a narrative where the public is, but wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? When would they come up with a coherent message that would be so convincing? Even if they are to do that now, the damage is already done. I don't think you are happy with what I'm doing here this evening, Terry.
Well, Mr. So, that's what it is. And I think they're going to find a solution for that already. I think they're working on it, but it does not look, to be honest with you, the press secretary of the executive mansion could not identify the property. The other guy, what he named, the Minister of State at the confirmation hearing could not identify the property.
I was shocked.
And today I listened. Yeah, that really shocked, because to be honest, I have not really spoken to this because I was waiting to hear someone in that position, like the Minister of State, say something about the property.
Why were you? No, Terry, don't do that. How often you wait on this network when you are waiting for? No, don't say that. Come on, Dr. Malik.
Yeah, because the problem is, Mr. So, I'm not going to preempt for the government. I'm not going to speak unless I hear somebody permanent close to the president or in the office of the president speaking in regards to such things that implicates the president. But here is the thing that I also want to believe. I want to believe that the property either have nothing to do with the government. But here is my fear. Today I listened to Clamartin. The question was posed to him about that property. And he was slow in response, and he started. I was just thinking, why did he start? Because the question was posed by the journalist to him, I think on the OKFM, that will you be able to go after the properties too that is in FOIA, blah, 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 to figure out who is who and who got it, whatsoever that they did. So he said, yeah, if the information is provided, he said he had even been trying to reach out to government officials for information, but government officials have refused to give him information. And he is promising that if they refuse to get information in subsequent time, he will expose those who he asking for information that refuse to give information on certain things. And that made me to believe that he was referring to that property in FOIA. So there's a possibility that the president have nothing to do with that property. That's why they are distancing themselves from it, so that the person who has something to do with it will be certainly implicated. And if they do that, this burden will be lifted from the president. If the Minister of State say he don't know about the property, that means that property is not for the president or is not even attached to the government.
So there is a government before Dr. Mali come in here, and this is how you people smoothing thing your kind of salad dressing. So there is then I mean DOL then should be concerned whether it just falls from the sky and get no other place to go, not in Maryland County, not in Sando, not in Bokende. It just go right in for you there, and that sort of construction. People, according to what from the library investigators reporting, Turkish people. So then there are people that they talk to, and you have foreign people, and nobody is concerned, nobody is investigating. That is quite interesting. Dr. Mali, that my own Tabata, I'm coming with. I don't want to be the one to put finger in people's throats. You have your own, things that you feel that we can talk to. But I just think too much of a slow feet is moving on this issue. And if we are to attack corruption, it's not just only people taking physical money and going. All of these things create sort of a apprehensions about the transparency of national government administrators. I mean, it's just not a just little house. That's something. Somebody should know something. Somebody should answer a question. How it just got there? They shouldn't do that. So, Dr. Mali, let's hear your tabata.
Well, I think this whole FOIA issue is being wrapped in what I call systemic Roman and counter-Roman and accusation and counter-accusation. And we actually do not have the facts. And most of the newspapers that are going after this property, these are anti-governmental agencies are trying to entice their base. Because I want to believe strongly that if the property in question is a government property, I'm very sure government will react. Or if even it is for His Excellency, he will react. But the question now is, a responsible government cannot be run on the basis of rumor, and a responsible government cannot be run on the social media. So I think those who are very concerned about this property in question probably can take the government to court and let the court intervene. But I don't know whether the court is prepared to dance around Romans as well. But here is my take. It being over 150 years that since this country was established, I'm one of those who continue to advocate for something different, something strange for Liberia. And that gets back to the issue of presidential compound. Let's assume that this is a presidential compound. It is not for His Excellency President Joseph Boakai. It is the property of the Republic of Liberia. So that whenever a head of state or president go to FOIA or Lofa County, it can be a lodging place. And I will even encourage the government to spread the presidential villa to the 16 counties. So I don't think it's a crime. We need it. We have not seen these things for a long time. So if the president decided to start from FOIA with the presidential villa, I think that should be a welcoming news.
Yes, so true. Our only apprehension is when nobody can provide clarity, then that will become apprehensive to say, wait a minute.
Okay, but
then CEO, so who are they going to ask?
No, CEO. But then if you want to take that route, let's say we are a media arm here, LPR. I think LPR can reach out to the Ministry of Information to build a case about this issue. Go to the relevant area. Don't go there, say you can't see the minister. Formalize your visitation. Put it into writing. Let someone sign for this document. All right? And if you are rejected there, you move forward. You're building a case of inquiry. But what I see now, all the things I've been reading in the paper, I'm not seeing something authentic of that nature in there at all. So at the end of the day, people are pushing a lot of narrative from the angle of Roman and counter-Roman on this issue. I think that's where my problem is coming from. And so if you as a media entity, you consider yourself to be one of the most respected and accepted media institution in Liberia, and you're acting on the basis of Romans, you have not gone to FOIA, or maybe you take a step to FOIA, you meet the mayor, you ask the mayor. These are detailed investigative journalism we try to bring into the picture, so that when we're talking as a media institution, we talk with authority. Who went to FOIA and met the mayor, okay, and carry on investigation with some footage and other things. So we just basing this thing around the Moravian type provocative opinion and Roman mongers, agents moving all over the place. You see?
So it's like you consider these prints as a type law or what?
I want to believe so. And because nowadays in Liberia, because of the poverty, so many of the media, I don't know whether the media now or they have become propaganda arm or anti-government, or I don't know. But poverty is also part of the problem.
Terry seems to be happy with Dr. Malley response this evening. He seems laughing, smiling. I think wherever the Liberal is this evening, the Liberal is cheering you out. Okay, well.
No, but CEO, assuming I was the information minister.
But Dr. Malley's view is
assuming I was the information minister. First of all, I will engage the journalists. What are your sources? When you say, oh, according to sources, I say, have you gone to FOIA? Have you met the mayor there? Okay. I will send the journalists to key areas. Other than that, that's a waste of time.
Dr. Malley.
Yeah.
How will you send the journalists when you're supposed to be the one telling the journalists about the project? The journalists see you the information, you the mouthpiece of the government.
No, I'm not telling the journalists about the project. All right?
Okay.
The journalist has come to my office on the basis of rumors. Why should I legitimize such a conversation? Why?
But the journalist is responsible to inquire, and you are responsible to inform him. He's responsible to inquire.
So if I say as a minister, I have no idea about the information you just brought forth, then you will say I didn't answer you properly.
Well, you got a point there.
Eh?
That's a good point.
Or you will say I'm covering off for the government. But even if I'm covering off for the government, but even if I will be covering off for the government, I only get a payroll for that.
No, that's the way.
In this instance, if a base of woman,
you're coming fuerte.
Oh, this is unbelievable. No, he's correct. The Ministry of Information, they are there to, I don't care whether it's wrong or right, they are there to defend the government of the Republic of Liberia. They speak for the government. Except they have to coin, the way they will do it. I'm not sure, but what I read from the Liberian investigator, they went out there. But, the government, yeah, they said they went out of sight and they talked to people. I read this evening, they talked to people, and most of the people they talk to and people they saw working there, they are Turkish people and all of that. So,
CEO, A responsible press can't just go and be talking to people. We're talking about key officials like the mayor or FOIA. You go talk to Turkish people. I mean, you in fact, that's a mess director inquiry. That's the first thing.
But that doesn't matter. The journalist looking for
mayor,
information.
the mayor, he's the mayor, he's the law mayor of FOIA. Has anyone spoken to this man? You can't just go be talking to all. I mean, a lot of people.
That's a very good point.
Listen, talking people building war and they're taking measurement. I'm not going to you. You are not relevant to the inquiry, not at all.
That's a very good point, Dad.
I mean, you got to be a responsible journalist, CEO.
Yeah. So
the superintendent. The superintendent.
Yeah, a lot of
superintendent.
Yeah.
You got it.
No, they're right on here. They're right on here. It's in detail, but those are point. But what I'm saying here is, if water is a romance, the government is also obligated when people have apprehension. When people say so now, for government to just come out to say we don't know or nobody can say anything.
I will join you guys in a few minutes.
Then my question to you now: who are the people who saying? People saying, who are these people? Because you see the example I was just making. If I went and got information from the mayor, from the superintendent, now you can use the instrument to engage the information minister. You see, according to the superintendent, yes, this mansion is being built. It's a presidential villa. According to the superintendent, now you'll be putting the minister in a very tight squeeze position. You see where I'm coming from? But nothing like that is people talking to worker on the ground.
It's natural. These sort of controversy, these things that have this sort of cloud, if the appropriate authority, no superintendent going to face the microphone, no city mayor going to face the microphone, or they're going to say no comment. So I don't want to speak for them. I have not sent our people, but there are some good points that you raised, and we'll try to do. But that has been consistently the traditions of the people. When these things, where there is where there's a doubt and more or less finger is being pointed at the authority, then of course everybody becomes tightly. But I mean, somebody must say something. For God's sake, somebody must say something. If they say they can't know how people of foreign nationality just come. If it is nothing wrong with nothing wrong with having a presidential villa, but there are processes involved, the procurement aspect, the budgetary allotment, all of that. But out of the sudden, when you see this thing happening, now you want to bait all of that in all of the counties. Well, we want to see how it goes. But already, I think, where's that? Who are you laughing at?
Someone posted and say, I'm hustling for a job.
But what wrong with, I don't understand why when people say hustling, what are we looking for?
Oh yeah, Otaka said this other doctor here is hustling for a job. That is why he's talking.
But who doesn't need a job? Everybody needs a job to survive.
But see,
I don't see anything.
Let me bring the scenario to you. When President Weah took over, within a few months, they say he broke down the what you were living in. He broke the house down. So assuming now you the journalist, you know that President Weah have been living in this house, and you know that President Weah house, and you went there and actually they bringing our house down and try to refurbish this house. How will you take that story? You in a different capacity now. You know that President Weah house, but you got to get that information as a quotation from the legitimate horse's mouth. Not because you know, and so you just go put it up there. No. You see, it has to be confirmed. You know about it, it's unofficial.
Who's going to do the confirmation?
Oh, you go to the executive mansion. You want to see the president. You put this thing into writing. All right? Or you go to the information minister. You put it, even though you know it's a president house, but you can't get on and just say it. you need an authentic quotation that the president, in less than a few more, he broke a horse down.
You're not going to write president. You never, Dr. Marty, don't do this to us. You're not going to write president and you want to talk to president because the president. I mean, you know, this is you know, it's always like that. I mean, that's why these people are there as a surrogate or as the direct proxies to the president, like the minister of state, the information minister, presidential press secretary. I just feel they are giving, letting this thing to be within the public domain. Because
okay, but then CEO, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Assuming I'm the minister, you came to me and I told you, say, well, myself been hearing the rumor around. I can't say yes, I can't say no. But in due time, we will address the country. Thank you very much.
No, and that's what people don't know. It sounds like other people to see it like, even if you were to even interview a minister or public corporate or director, whoever, it is okay when you do not have the details, when you do not have that definitive answer in hand. It is okay to tell reporters or even tell people, I have to double check and get back. You know, it's okay, nothing wrong with that. You can't demand answer. If the person doesn't know, they just, or if they want to, they might know, but they are not sure of the answer to provide. They want to get consultation because somebody's saying, I know it. Somebody's saying, you got to get the executive mansion's approval, especially there are certain things, even with the minister of, it can be the minister of information. You got to get the executive mansion. We saw that and we know how that works. You got to get executive mansion approval. There are some things that you cannot just speak to because you get a sharp more or you think you can talk. But then this is where your experience, your skills, and your good communication skill come into being. You can be a top person to come in here that, okay, you know what, yeah, you can check with me in the next couple of days or in the next press briefing. We'll get answered. Simply what they are saying there is to get more clarification, because if you don't do it, you might end up losing your job, because when you say some crazy thing you're not supposed to say without, there are some things Mansion got to give you the go ahead to speak to it. I don't think it's not where.
Yeah, I know our brother Keto just came in. Like, for instance, I read the paper, and a lot of the quotation in our paper there from the Turkish guy, the construction people around this, that, and what have you. The question now is, are these people authentic? The information they give, is it authentic? Can we rely on it? But here is the other side of the, or here is the other side of the maturity of the press. Okay. If I think this rumor is going on, because even the information boss you talk about, yeah, what you say, CEO, they will do a lot of consultation before they speak. All right, a lot, because some of these things are very sensitive. But then why if a responsible like LPR say, okay, the rumor here will tire hearing it. We're going to take the information minister to court. Let him go to court and testify about this thing here. We're tired with it and we're not running behind him anymore. We want to know what happened with that. What happened to that approach?
I'll have to check around the world to find the real rare shoe that I need to get to put on to say you want to go take them to court. All you can do is go gather as much information. And the Liberian investigators, they're right all here is in detail. Some people they mention who are close with the hierarchy, but we just have to discuss that. Let's welcome Walton Ketot, reactions, sedition, and what else?
Well, you can name it. The name is right there, Wilton Kettle. You can name the last one. Yeah, hi, CEO, hi, Doc. How's everything going?
Man,
again, I would like to.
Nice suit. We're not just to tease us or what?
I got plenty of that stuff.
I thought you were going to be flowing with that thing the whole week.
No. No, I got too much of it. So yeah, that's why I'll be when I go back home, that's what I'm going to be wearing all the time.
Somebody called me, man. The first last 2 years, they said, what? Catch a look like. I don't know.
Yeah, that the liberal.
The Minister of Internal Affairs.
That the liberal, right?
Yeah, why is there? He got the liberal, that Omega serious problem. You can't talk about the man suit, but I don't care what you do with your sedition. We know that. So you got liberal is a bad omen. Can't talk and go to Nigeria and 13 and move that and move the guy and put it instead.
It's not sedition.
Wait a minute. So he said, Kata will come and fly or come.
He said, no matter what Kata or Kata that's sedition, they know that nobody okay.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. I mean, seditions, I think we are so infectious, you know. I mean, seditions as a whole in Liberia, they are very important people. That's why the rest of the country, the minority people in the opposition, I mean, not opposition, but the minority that are seditions, because seditions are very, very good people. So like that, when I was driving, I listened to Dr. Mali. He posed a question about this property that is in Foya. And Dr. Mali play around it. And in a good giving day, Dr. Mali will come high on it. And he said there will be something good if the president come out or the governor come out and say, yeah, they're building presidential policies in all the different counties and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, and he said it's a speculation. How is it a speculation? The information minister came out and spoke about it. The protocol spoke about it from the president's office, spoke about it. The man who was appointed to take over the late Crispin position said he know nothing about it. But some of the key people, the president mouthpiece spoke, and the information minister spoke. And it was all over the news to the extent that Mana River came out and said, no, we are not constructing any project in Liberia. That's what Mana River said, because the government said the project was a Mana River project. It was the Mana River headquarters they were building over there. Then somebody else came, it was a presidential project, according to Kula Fofana, presidential project. And then you, Mr. Mali Jones, doctor, will say a speculation, a rumors. How can we be this? I don't know. That's that way bother me. The honest state of run away from us when we take SAR. That's my problem. That honest state part of run away from when we take SAR. And it's sad because Lofa County has a capital. And the last time I checked, I think Vonjima was the capital. So there's a presidential place in Vonjima that should be renovated or should be rebuilt. You cannot build presidential palace in Foya, where the president come from.
Why?
The president can pay his own home, his house in Foya. His house can be built, but you cannot build a presidential palace in Foya because Foya is not the capital of Lofa County. So why will you leave Vonjima and go to Foya, close to the border, to go build presidential palace? And up to now, they cannot come out with any kind of concrete information that will put this whole thing to rest. And that's the sad part about it. This to tell you how this government is so nuts.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Let you finish your point.
Finish your point.
It's to show you how this government is so deceptive to Liberian people. They lie so bad. The government lies so bad from the top all the way to the bottom. The president first, the first chief of deception, the president. And there's so many things we can put out here to show you how the president lied to Liberian people when it came to the yellow machine. He was not fooled. They sat and they discussed it. And as they discuss it, put a borehole in it, it started to change different colors at different times. And that's a sad thing. Be honest with Liberian people. For one fact, you're the oldest man in the country, the oldest, not really the oldest man, but the man who they look at to be our old father that running the country now. What would be the best thing to do if you speak? I mean, what would happen if you speak the truth to Liberian people? Tell them, say, we're trying to get machine to pave road in Liberia. We're trying to work around. And that will be it. Instead of saying somebody donated or your good friend and come to find out it was, oh man, it's the deception, man. It's too much.
Yeah, Keto.
Mm-hmm.
It being over 150 plus years, we haven't had the opportunity to hear about development. We haven't had the opportunity for people to even go and talk on our behalf of something coming. You just said that the information minister spoke on this issue. You just said that the secretary to the president spoke on this issue to be a presidential villa. Okay. So tell me now, are we in a direction of decentralizing development in Liberia or centralizing development in Liberia?
Okay, thank you for that question.
If a development is going to FOIA, I mean, the people that are living in FOIA are not Fulanese. These are Liberians who have the right to benefit from the proceeds of society through His Excellency of the presidential villa. They have told you it's a presidential villa. So what else do you want from the government? What else you want for the government to say? You want for the government to tell you the portion of the villa? No, I'm asking you. Do you want coming now for the president for the government to tell you the portion of the villa where His Excellency will be sleeping? Is that what you got?
Let me tell you what else I want the government to tell me.
Yeah, what
and
else
the Liberian people. I want the government to be transparent, to be truthful. I don't want the government to can't tell me that project is a monorail project when it's not a monorail project. Hold on. Ask question. It was no. The information minister came up and said it was a monorail project. When the dog behind the thing and the monorail came up said no, we got no project in Liberia. How come now?
He can also people can misspeak.
Okay, so Mr. Joe Male, Dr. Male.
Maybe the information minister, maybe he misspoke, you don't know.
Okay, so information minister misspoke. Then the chief of staff, I mean they speak, the chief or mouthpiece of the president. She came and said presidential project. The executive mansion denied that. So did she misspeak too?
No, you're getting your facts wrong.
Oh, but which one the fact that you got correct now? Tell me.
The bottom line here is it's a development, not for Fulanese, not for Jamaican.
So is that the fact you're talking about?
When I saw your problem
Mr. So, you see, this the point now.
No, wait a minute now.
No, it's not a location. It's not a location.
Your point, the point here is that is it because the thing is in FOIA?
Okay, the point here is the president lied. The president lied about the project.
No, the president did not lie.
Okay,
the president
I don't think let you guys still have a conversation.
No, I don't know.
The president himself. I think, Dr. Mali, I think here what the problem is. Probably if you are the Minister of Information, I think you'll be very a great guy, he a small, good guy, and sometimes be combative with the guys and things. Now I hear you saying that's how fix up, that's how they do it. Maybe the minister misspoke or those people or something. I think they gave rise to get this thing to still be within the public domain for it to be pushing and going there because I think nobody have the guts to come out to say something or figure out how to address this. And this is why it's still within the public domain, because this is why journalists do the good, because they see it as a story. And remember, we have a very divided and polarized society. Of course, there are other people on the other side of the aisle. They got to find the talking point. They got to find some sort of red meat to go with. And if it is a legitimate thing, then they're going to capitalize on that because they have to push that narrative. So let me ask you quickly to go back here. Do you think those people, Dr. Mali, somebody misspoke? Was that the case, you think? I mean, just for all this, with the little that we know, because somebody should be able to tell us, provide us with information. That's not just shelter tank, something in the building there. That's just huge. And I read there are a lot of people, even they have talked to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, but it's the people seems not to get answer because, and I know it is typical everywhere, every government does that. They are setting things. I'm not sure whether there was any definitive answer provided from I could be wrong, from when the whole weird condominium came about. I'm not sure whether it was whether it took time before they start speaking about it. That's how government works. They got to find a way to fine tune, to sharpen their message. They don't care whether you and myself talk about it. People say people will be fine. At our own timing, we will speak on that.
No, but CEO, when His Excellency, former President, we have broke down his house in less than a month when he became president. There was a rumor all around. It was never confirmed by anybody in government. But I one person, I supported it. Why? The elevation of that building, it elevated the community. It brought a new beginning, new light. I mean, it really elevated the community, and it gave it a very different shape. And that was a development all by itself. And I didn't find a problem with that.
Was there anything that you disagree with at the time?
No, at the time, no. Because I know it's not only the president going to sleep in that place. That building alone, the elevation, all right? It brought some relief to some people. I mean, it brought some dynamics into that community. So my question, my argument here is development has come to the people. It could be Foya, it could be Grand Cape Mount, it could be Grand Jire. At least development has come to the people. All right. So the issue of presidential villa, I am even encouraging the president to spread it in 16 counties. There's nothing wrong. It's not a crime. Not at all. It's not a crime.
So this my thing. This my thing.
And if you said the information minister came and said the thing was, it was for ECOWAS. I never heard that press statement.
It was for Mano River Union, the Mano
River Union thing. I don't know whether the information minister really said that.
Oh my God.
I have not seen that recording. No. I'm here to learn.
So, but because you have not seen it, it didn't exist?
No, you know, Sedition get away of cooking stories. Some of them.
No. Sedition don't cook stories. We hear from the people and we say what we say, and you guys come back and you run away from it and put on Sedition.
But if you don't cook stories, and when His Excellency brought his building down, why you didn't tell the Liberian people where he got the money from and the building was brought in?
So let me tell you. So you don't know how Liberian government work. When you become president of Liberia, and I saw it when Wotan Sangalo became interim president. Wotan Sangalo will offer to stay in the executive mansion. He chose to stay in his house. The government were responsible to elevate his house to presidential status. When George Weah became president, he decided he was going to stay in his home. So the Liberian government was responsible to elevate George Weah home to the standard of a president. Hold on. Let me tell you now. Hold on.
So that the Liberian government took that project? It was a
you don't know that?
Project?
Joseph Boakai house that was dilapidated in what a place name? In rehab. Hold on. Joseph Boakai house was dilapidated in rehab. You know what the Liberian government did? Have you been to Joseph Boakai house when he became president? Go and look at it right now. It's a fortress.
That's what I'm saying. It's a government
It's
project.
not a bad thing. It's a government project. It's the presidential immunity.
No.
Yes.
You know what I'm asking you?
No.
We are panelists. We are journalists. I don't know where that official information came from that it was a government project.
It is a fact. When a president become president in Liberia, that's what I know. The president whom you are living in before he became president is whom is upgraded to a presidential status.
No.
Yes.
No, in that part of the equation, no. The president who is the executive mansion.
That's
so if you're telling me, if you're telling me it was a government project, then it will not made known to the people of Liberia.
Yeah, why it is.
What's it?
The official home, because of this whole war situation and how things been moving, the official home, there are some that just refuse to go there. It's the executive mansion. That is the official home of the presidency of the Republic of Liberia. That was for which that building, that house was erected. Now, we all know the civil war king and what happens to the mansion. What was the other person who should have gone there on that whole fire thing there? That's a different thing itself. People feel insecure for different reasons and stuff, and they feel more comfortable. Now, if you are not moving in that house, in that mansion, and you're going to be in your house, it is the responsibility of the government of the Republic of Liberia to provide funding to make sure that house is also equivalent, if not more, to the status of a presidential palace. So government, the GSAs, and different people always provide the fundings to whether that upgrade, whether that remodeling, or whatever it is, make it much more conducive and safer for the president of the Republic. As long as he stays there, he's leaving for them to go to work. So that, in fact, they have their. I believe the president does. He's supposed to get office at that place. The day he doesn't go to work, he can conduct official business at his residence, because that is considered as an official working site of the president.
So how such an announcement is made to the people of Liberia? Because money is involved, taxpayer money is involved. So the people have the right to know the amount used, and all they have the right to know.
So yeah, where the complication comes in, because all of that, they also, some of those things will include some security information. Then at that point, it becomes classified, because they would not want to declassify it. So they're not just only looking at people carrying mattress or carrying bed there, but you're going to have a assigned security personnel, you're going to have police, you're going to have SSS, you're going to have all of the paramilitary people there. So all of those things bucket up that's the detail of the president. So then they're not really, unless when you are in a
CEO. But if that is you, if that is you and Keto argument, is it right for the president to keep rehabilitating so many projects around, calling his sleeping place, like what His Excellency former president we did? He refabricated the place here. He went to rehab. He was so many places. He put up and building all over the place, using taxpayer money to change sleeping, to improve so many sleeping places. Is that right? At least His Excellency. I come in, Mr. Keto. At least His Excellency did not go around rehabilitating places, so many sleeping places for himself. At least he did it one place. And the presidential.
Who told you?
Here,
Who told you?
I'm coming now.
No, point of correction.
I will answer your question. The presidential villa, for your information, is the Republic of Liberia property. It's not President Joseph Boakai property.
No,
it's not a property.
So hold on right there. Joseph Boakai, listen now. Joseph Boakai house in rehab were elevated to a presidential villa, a house, or what, a mansion, what you talking about. Then Joseph Boakai got another house in Bomi on a farm. It was also elevated to presidential status too.
Well, I don't have that information. Where you got your information?
I know you don't have it. I know you always put it aside because you don't have it. I know you put it aside, so that's okay. But what I'm saying, and I'm not against it. When you become president of the nation, you have check, for example, President Weah had a rehab resident before he became president. the president we have. Hold on now. A rehab, a 9th Street. He had about 2 or 3 other places that he used to stay before he became president.
He elevated everything, right?
Because those were his residents prior to he becoming president. So the Liberian government will elevate those places to presidential status. That's how it is.
So then that means the ex-president we have had more than 6 presidential villas in Monserrado County. He alone.
I don't know whether it's 6. I think it's about 3. I know the places he stayed. He rehab and the Jamaica area and the 9th Street resident. That's the 3 places I know.
Excellency just bidding 1, and that
who
is
just bidding 1.
I said building. I didn't say elevating. I said
different. It's different. The thing about it is the story behind it.
And the one that he's building in Foya, that government property, is that for him?
Well,
so any president go down there, they can go to Foya and
how you got that information?
And besides that, presidential villa, there are no constitutional provision that say the presidential villa must be in a capital city and in a county capital. No, you can put it to the suburb. You can put it on another district. We're trying to decentralize a development here. That this is part of the decentralization. So why are you people finding problem with this?
Nobody finding problem with that. What we're saying here is the story behind it. Come clean. You want build it there? Yeah, it's a presidential project. Fine. Don't say it's 1 million. It's for ECOWAS. I mean for Ghana River Union. We don't know what it's for.
The press secretary confirmed the thing that it's a presidential villa. What else information the detractor want?
Information minister says Mana River project, and then
Hello. Let's make progress. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody gonna always be on the defensive to protect his or her home, and that's exactly what we are. It's not just only the happy of the politician, but the surrogates and different supporters will always come and they give justification. Hopefully, somebody. I don't know. I was just only asking who confirmed that it's a government property. So we know where you get that information from. Dr.
Mali.
But then who also confirmed that it's a Joseph Baka property?
I'm asking you. I don't say something. You said that government property.
We got to go to Lands and Mine now to see who owns the deed. Who is on the deed?
Oh,
You got kept on trying to cook out a story here, and
I'll cook you story. Story what I heard from your government.
So I mean, you see, that's another valid point. Let's man need to tell us whether that play will solve it and who is it, who has the mother D and whatever. But anyway,
but see, beside that, even the CDC headquarters, according to reliable sources, the D is in Wiani.
Oh my God!
It's supposed to be in the knee of the party.
Where your source from? Do you have copy of it that in Wiani?
Reliable sources.
Where's the copy you got? Show me the copy.
I need to bring the source. Hey, you're trying to compare the
I can't disclose my source.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, Tara, good to have you back. Let's go. I mean, those are something that I brought, but we don't have to go with it. I mean, we are already. I think I put a number out here just in case anybody want to participate. You just have to stick within the confines of our conversation here, and let us just be mindful of how we speak and how we accuse and label people as whatever we think we can do it. Terry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr. So, you see, the problem is, I'm on the South, Dr. Mali, tonight, greatly, and all of that. I know people will say it's a move for solidarity, but here is the thing, right? The truth is that the project have been labeled as a presidential project. That means the property is for government. That's the most important part that we need to understand here.
Excellent.
Unlike CDC president properties that were gathered. I'm not talking about the one he renovated. I'm talking about the one he gathered overnight within a short period of time that he identified as his own property. Like that is the difference between two properties. Huh?
I say like the condominiums or bill, is that what the
condominiums. let's agree the government took care of the other property, build it up to international standard of presidential security. I agree. But what about the condominiums that was built by him that were in the short period of 6 months' time that
That's
he
true.
owned? If you are saying it's a government property, nobody will have time. Even if you say, okay, was it Turkish, they went under the bridge, they did not follow the procurement process, which they're supposed to follow. That what happening now in Foya.
That's not true.
Whole thing. People are saying the president did not follow the requisite process, which is the procurement process and all of that. And you're not supposed to be taking money from, investors, blah, blah, blah. But the project is there as a government project, which means it is not Joseph Boakai property. And Keto cannot prove that JMB has a property that he's securing to where he claimed that property is. He can show me one picture, he can show me one evidence of that. But
what are you talking about? Where are claiming?
I thought he said the public building houses. He building houses somewhere else.
No, I said the public got a place in Bomi on a farm. It was upgraded.
I don't know about
he doesn't have it.
I don't have a property there.
Oh, you don't know about it. Okay.
But the upgrade, I have not seen unless you send pictures of the. But I know that his house was elevated. I can attest to that his house, his own house, was refurbished and all of that.
So Terry, just for information purpose,
which I don't
President Weah did not start building those buildings when he became president. Those buildings started way back as 2016, even maybe before that time, 2016. So when he became president, ask people who are part of the project will tell you up to now, why is it that nobody can come out to say this is the time we started building the project? They just say
why he didn't complete them before he became president?
Because it was construction is an ongoing thing. It's construction an event.
So what was he waiting for?
It was an ongoing thing. The building was already elevated. They were doing different construction
after he became president.
So what was he waiting for? You were waiting for taxpayer money.
When they brought a picture up, when he became president, no pin were on it. There was still rough concrete with plaster. They have plaster.
Right?
My brother, this construction started 2016. It's continued. Look at the construction that going on in Foya. That presidential, according to presidential villa, when it started, is it finished now? When it started? Look at how long it's taking to. That just it started. How many months? You see. So this the thing I'm telling you. You act like you people want to make put all in the same box that we ain't got no sense.
No,
when people start bidding, you're saying for the now. Hold on. First of all,
at least His Excellency started a project and calling it. He didn't call it Joseph Boakai project.
But we are projects. But we are based. Who was when he started?
I mean, he started, and even the painting, he got broke, and he waited for the taxpayer.
Oh, there we go again. Fine. Yeah, we go again.
What we saying?
There we go again. He got broke, waiting for the taxpayer money. The man who told you he lived on loan. The man who told you he lived on loan. I'm gonna go to Abbey Bank.
No, that was a strategy.
All right, let's move
on. Strategy. Here we go.
Let me play this video. Hopefully, at some point in time, we'll get to the details. And I'm just curious, and I think everybody very curious. And I think people.
Print the number up. Print the number up. He won't call in.
Yeah, but the number is there. Print the number. Yeah, I mean, everybody have the right to have clarity when people have this thing. And I just, like I said, sometimes the people, the authority that are in charge fail to provide. But usually, I'm coming from Promo. Usually, when you see this kind of controversial thing, you got to get a consent from the executive mansion before you speak. Other than that, you're out of job the next day, because when you talk anything that does not go with the executive mansion, you're going to get a phone call and say, tomorrow, don't go to work. Papa Promo.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm bad. How are you, man?
I'm doing well by the grace of God.
Okay, good to hear that. So just to mention for you don't necessarily have to go with what we are talking about here, but if there's something else where we on Tabata and you think something else important that we should be talking about, you can also speak to that. What's up? Wait,
Yeah, I will speak about this a little bit and I'll say something else a little bit. Well, first of all, every smart man, no matter how much money you get, you don't spend everything at one time. So what George Weah did, he already had his money. So he started his project and he got a new job as the president and then he spent on the project. The thing is, even when I came to the US, I brought some little bit of money with me. I kept my money. I was, riding bicycle and I was walking the street, going to work and, just, taking the bus. But I had money, close to about maybe $7,000, and I was keeping it. It's like someone having $7,000 in the pack and riding bicycle or taking the bus. People think you broke. But after I got my papers up, everything straightened up, and then I got my first job. I bought my first car, cash, $5,000, and people thought I stole the money. So it's the same thing. Georgia had his own money. But the fact that he had a new job being president, he knew more cash was coming in and more benefits were coming in. That's what he spent on. Georgia, we all knew Georgia had money if he became president. Some people say he was broke. How do you know he was broke? You have no evidence that he was broke, but we have evidence that he had money. Because when you play soccer and you win the Ballon d'Or, there is money that comes with it. If you play for the top class European club, we know the thing you have money, even though they're not in his bank account. So just from sheer common sense, you can say he has money. If you say he's not a multi-millionaire, that's a whole different case. But to say he was broke, you got zero evidence because you're not in his bank account. You don't know how much he has. But the fact that he was playing professional football, he has some money. Let's come to Joe Boga. Like the brother said, Joe Boga himself, he said he was broke. He said he was living on loans. And even when Joe Boga was so broke that it was Stanton Witherspoon who was taking care of him. When Stanton Witherspoon made that statement, he never refuted it. First of all, Henry Costa said that he should raise money from people to support Joe Boga. And then with Henry Costa...
Okay, let me make it. Yeah, a couple of people on the line now too, so they will come in. But,
okay, yeah. Let me just make it quick. Stanton came up and said, listen, your other man said that money you should go and give to Joe Boga. I used to give it to him. So it was true that Joe Boga was so broke that people were feeding him. Just in here, so another person can come up. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's keep it succinct and let's go strictly to the point on our conversation. Prince, let's hear you. Prince, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello? Am I loud enough?
Yeah, let's hear. Yeah.
So, let me thank you. And thanks to the panelists for the discussion. So we should not divert from the very major issue that you raised from the very beginning. So whether President Weah, had money before becoming president, how he pays condominiums and stuff like that. Here is the major issue that we are discussing tonight. One, the attack on the people of Nigeria. We all know that the Unity Party have very good, I don't know, but have this particular hate for the sons and daughters of Nigeria. We know that. It is something that we saw even during the regime of the former president, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, where the sons and the daughters of Nigeria, especially the sons that were incarcerated and lie upon that they were involved in, subversive activities in other countries. And at the end of the day, these people were lie upon and placed in jail, and they remained in those jails for almost about 2-3 years, damaging their lives. Only at the end of the day, for the government to free these people because they had absolutely no evidence on the people of Nigeria. So we know that when it comes to the Unity Party had this particular dictate for the sons and daughters of Nigeria. Today, what we are seeing and the attack that is coming from the government towards is for you voting. People of Nigeria. This is a man that has a legal business in that particular country and has been operating and doing business with the government. The only reason why today the government is after this particular son is because this man has raised issues. As a businessman operating in Nigeria, as a man who is supposed to benefit also from what the government has to offer, he raised issue with this issue of yellow machine and other contract. At recent, he was the one, providing this particular license. to the Ministry of Transport. Now, because of the deep hate that the government has for the people of Nigeria,
in 30
it
seconds, I
decided,
have other folks on the line, Prince. Yeah, go ahead quickly.
yes, they decided to take that particular contract from Mr. Uboti, thereby giving it to the Liberia, how you call management, transport management institution or agency. You know of that particular, how you call Richmond Road that we have. And they took that particular contract from Mr. Uboti, which was illegal by the side of the government. And today, what we are seeing again is the government trying to use her own authority, her own power to be able to deny the Uboti.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prince. I gotta go. There are a lot of folks here. Thank you so much. We can get the number yet and something yet. Okay, guys.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Let me go to the next caller here. Other folks here. Clarence, are you there? 508 number. Hold on. After Clarence and you. Clarence, are you there?
How are you doing, Mr. Paul? How you doing?
Good. Good evening. So welcome. Let's hear you.
You know, thank you for the show. You know, when Queen then go out of topic, they should kind of just listen. He just gonna get it. So the body or CDC or treasure from Granjida, the minister Ghanaian.
Who's a Ghanaian?
Two people.
Who's a Ghanaian?
Just said it live. You can't preach politics with you can't always show them on Friday. You say, oh, Joseph Barker was there, according to security sources.
Correct the man. Correct the man.
Hold on one second.
Chris said it on the show last week Friday. I was on the show, he said it. And if you pushing politics, they kind of manner, they kind of, to divide people. The only thing you name well for our country, you stay away from sometimes from the show, you can listen. But not all the things that are core exactly the same thing. I don't make some kind of sense in the discussion. What I'm calling for tonight to discuss here is concerning the budget. I think that's a very key thing. I expected you to bring it on the show tonight.
We're going to have it. Or I mean, we want to digest it, review it, and let people be able to, people can react to things sometimes, but we're going to be talking about.
These are very important issues that we are talking about. For some of the leaders to say, oh, this and that, they don't contact from Mr. Ibuti, that is a Granjida, Union Party, getting the salon, the Granjida. I don't think you're being fair to all. The time for travel, quality is over. We are the rescuer, we'll rescue you people. The Granjida and the outside that you are talking about today, our in-power, all the road construction company, they couldn't build it. Today, our citizens are living on outside, they have access to road. These are the things that we're discussing. So if you come on the show, the difference for all of us. But sometimes don't say positive thing about the country. Then to bring all kind of negative thing about the country. Thank you for the show. See you.
Thank you so much. There you go. So everybody got to protect his or defend their side. Okay, let's go to 508 number 8851. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Joseph Smith. I'm calling from Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, I'm a home man, Mr. Smith. Good evening. Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've been following the politics recently, so I just wanted you guys to help me answer this particular question because I've been following. Joseph Walker come out to claim the project in local content or the ownership is still a mystery. I just want you guys to help me here. I've been following lately.
Are you asking whether the president has claimed ownership of the property?
Yeah, or the ownership is still a mystery. We still don't know.
As far as I'm concerned, and that one of the reasons we start talking, we're talking about here is a mystery. The Minister of State did not provide any answer. The Presidential Press Secretary, no answer. The Ministry of Information, nothing definitive. And these are the direct people that speaks for the government. So if they can't provide answer, it makes it very difficult to say who is the owner. But we do know somebody might own it. It didn't fall from the sky. We just probably just want to take a time to get to that point. And that's why they generally doing it.
That's my last question. With this, is it not illegal that something will be built in the country and the citizens don't know about it?
That's what makes this convoluted, and that's where the conversation is going on, because these people, I mean, according to what the Liberian investigators are reporting, they are different foreign nationals that are there. It's not like Liberian folks. I mean, people are these residents of that area? Who are they? You know, but there are a lot of questions. I mean, if you go there, if you read it, I mean, it just is. There are a lot of questions. A lot of questions to be asked. But we just hold our piece. I mean, we just have to discuss it based on the limited information that we know and where we think we're supposed to get the information. If those people are not providing the information, then that's where people come in to fill in those vacuum that we have to talk. Does that mean that's the accurate? That's the fact? Probably not, but the media got to force them to talk, and hopefully we'll get to that point.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so everybody wants to know. Aaron is on the line. Aaron, let's hear you. Oh no, before Aaron, I think 612 number. Then I'll come to you, Aaron. 612-0872.
All right, thank you, Mr. Soros.
Elvis. Yeah, Elvis. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, hello to you and the panelists. I find it rich when I hear people like, Terry and Dr. Marley talking about George Weah building a house in 6 months. Anybody who build a house know it don't take 6 months to even plan a house before you start building. So it's just a blatant lie. The person who said that, living alone made $2 million in base salary to barely pay their own, medical fees. We're begging people around borrowing money. Once you became president, if you even took office, renovation was going on at your house. What you got about the renovated house? That taxpayer money you got for, right? So we want to know the money, the presidential project that's in FOIA, was it in the budget? Was it allocated for? Was it all budget spending? Since it's for the Liberian people, as they're trying to, indicate. There's no such thing as a presidential, project. It's not going to be turned over to the Liberian government. It hasn't been allocated from the budget from the Liberian government. These are foreign nationals who are using payola. They're paying the president for whatever project they want to get done in the country. People are saying these are Turkish people who are doing some kind of work there. These are other foreign nationals who are building the property. Joseph Boga himself said it, that if you steal the money in the economy and invest it in the country, then a good thing. So what he's doing, he invested it all the way behind go back. Well, nobody will look. The man is a mismanager of money. Doesn't know how to handle his money. The old man is 70 acres, were living on loans and the largesse of other people, other criminals that spend all this money. So y'all have no right to even talk about it. They will use you with, what Prince Sharif said. I actually echo that sentiment. Well, I'm not going to get too deep into it. Whatever the other guy, Clarence, was saying, it's a foolish thing to say. Everybody knows during the dry season, the road was passable, in the southeast. Joseph Baga hasn't done anything more to the road. You say you grit out the road, you make it possible, but you didn't put no concrete down. Nothing tangible that's going to last. So you shouldn't pour war out and try to insult our intelligence. But lastly, Keta, you've been on point tonight, man. You've been right on point. I'm disappointed that the Mali for being so facetious.
Wow.
As an educated man, he's taking his integrity to the backseat and just trying to, be a crony for this government. It's embarrassing. Terrified we know where he stands. But Dr. Mali has been disappointed tonight in his analysis. But thank you for taking our call.
Oh boy. Mr. Terry said, kept up plucking you guys in to go to fund the Let's hear. Aaron is in Atlanta, Georgia. Aaron, let's hear you.
Liberal, you really missing something tonight, Liberal.
Go. Put the icing on that cake this evening because the Keto network is working here this evening. Let's hear you. Is Keto on point as well, Aaron?
Oh yeah, Keto always on point.
Sedition will always be sedition.
let me just speak to a few things.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Number one, Dr. Miley, with all due respect, if you don't know somebody, you need to ask people about that before you get up and start talking about people putting houses in their name and stuff like that. You don't even know George Weah from out of Straight Cap. I know George Weah personally. I played with him. I traveled with him all over Africa. I know what he earned playing soccer. I'm not talking about somebody calling witness for anyway. I'm telling you for a fact. Okay? So remember that. So let's first get to the point. There was an interview that was done by our Nigerian journalists about those villas, those condominiums that you guys were talking about. So for Terry, who live in America in a developed country, to say somebody paid 48 condominium in 6 months, it sounds really, really ridiculous. It sounded really, really ridiculous. You know? I mean, if you want to build a presidential villa, what you got to pick your home time for ya. Does that not raise any questions? So you people who supporting that say, oh, it's a presidential project for the government. Did the government recommend FOIA and say, oh, go build a house in FOIA or go build a place in FOIA? You know, so you guys want to bag lies and, you know, you just keep exposing yourself. And let me go to Clarence. Clarence, budget is a projection. For the time the government took office, every year they had a budget shortfall. So stop making noise about the budget. When the people read the budget, they will talk about it tomorrow. Okay? Please.
So, but Kanto, you come into now, well, what, you come.
No, I joined the show late. I didn't get what you said. So I'm not going to say.
Aaron, just so you know, the men are on call.
Dr. Mali and the political ready, as you call on the show. No, Terry.
Oh my goodness.
President, former president, we have worked hard for his money. He earned his money. Okay? I saw what that man did for Liberia national team. So Joseph Bagawa, they're asking for him now all through his life. And the man you won't compare with somebody who worked hard for their money.
Oh God.
You know how many
all
homes President we got in America yet? You know how many homes he got? You and Dr. Mali? You're talking about 48 condominium. How many it takes to build 48 condominium in Liberia?
Aaron, you traveling? How many homes he got yet?
He got 3.
3
that I know
of. Okay, I know one is in Florida, right?
Yeah.
New York,
Miami.
Okay, I'm just curious. That's all. I mean, you guys hang out together, so all right.
You know, so people don't know people, but when they, you know, when you're not in when they didn't consider you in that educational class, they just feel you nothing. That's what they feel. President Weah is not president, but he's still making money. Okay, he's the chairperson for FIFA anti-racial committee. You think that free work? But when he come back to power and start doing stuff, you'll say, oh, he was broke. He gave the power that he start doing stuff. No, if somebody is blessed, let's give them their flower. That man is blessed. And everything that he has, for signature is for him. That's, nobody can envy somebody like that. So you just lead out an argument for President Waka and Georgia argument, who have money, who never have money, and stuff like that.
Thank you so much.
We know what happened to President Waka after 12 years of being vice president in office. So he was sitting on the fact that so they didn't pay him to. That what you guys trying to say? Just stop it, man.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Well, we allow people to express their view. Prince, I don't know what's still there, but we're going to get 30 seconds. We have to wrap up. So let's hear you. I know you spoke earlier. Hello, Prince, are you still there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. I know. I mean, you spoke lengthily. I want to give you a 30 second and whatever left over, just put cap on it. So I want to go back to the analyst.
So to just put it around, I listened to you talking about the issue of this alleged, presidential residence in Poland. One thing we must all understand is that this government has a serious problem with communication. From day one, it is something that all of us know that this government cannot effectively and adequately communicate. Yesterday, we heard from another arm of government that particular project was for the Mano River Union, organization. It was for MRU. It was from the government. It was the government that provided that information through the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, the legal arm of government. The next time we heard again from the executive marshal that that particular project was the presidential project. So the government itself has caused the people to speculate. And like Dad is saying that, well, journalists should go and do their own research. It is the responsibility of government whenever there is an information that is not, especially around the government, that it is not fact or maybe people are confused about. It is the right for government to come up with what to provide the information and say, look, this is the information on this and this is the information on that. But for government to keep quiet, especially this voter-led regime, to keep quiet and allow people to speculate is a clear indication that this particular project is the Liberian people money that Mr. Brecker is using to be able to build his personal property.
Thank you. All right.
Because if people of not, long time, Mr. Brecker would have provided information in Mali.
Thank you so much. Prince, I gotta go. We said this thing here already. Thank you so much. Okay, this is so interesting. Prince, the government get problem with information sharing. I wonder we should digress a little bit too to see what the CDC government look like. This sort of dishonest
This city government is not in
power. No, I'm not saying they are in power. And I try to let me see here, which government in the past years. Even Helen's had a struggle, and that's one of the reasons she grabbed all of those boys who wanted to be a Highlander and brought them in. That was one of the things that led to the defeat of the CDC government, because they were not communicating. They have multiple people speaking from there. Anybody thinks maybe they were so close to the president there, they can say anything and people buy into it. That created a serious problem. And this administration too, that people anticipated to do more or better because of the longevity in government, the experience factor that came into the process. It's the same thing. It's happening. You have ministers saying one thing, the presidential people saying one thing, when they should all coordinate to have a coherent message. And the government that does that, you have a very, 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 very serious problem. So I imagine if you face the international media, the cable network, you know how they're going to blow it up, because then you're going to start, they can run with it and run with it and run with it, and then you want to take your time to do it. But here we are here, we are about to wrap up here. This thing not going away. Everybody protective of their own ground, no matter what it is. We're kind of reconstruct the scene and to make sure that it appears to be good. Keto, do you now, Keto, Mr. Collins, I know you said something here. You said hopefully. Do you think we're going to see an end to this thing here, where somebody going to take the bull by the horn to speak to it? Because it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away, because you are holding people accountable. And you, as the government, you are accountable to the people. When people have apprehension, when people have whether they're going the right way or not way, this is where mature government comes in to kind of settle the dust, neutralize the conversation, and keep focused, because you don't want to be distracted. It might not sound right. Media people, government can fight media institutions that it can go so easily, because too much of distraction. Because there are other people that read these things, and not just only you, it goes out there and people are going to read it. And whatever that they read, they can judge on that. If there is no adequate rebuttals or response to those issues, that can be a problem. Now, do you think this thing going to be put to a rest, or we're just going to bury it alive and that's it? Who can run wrong? Who can run state?
Yeah, Mr. So everybody have their supporters. Like I said the last time on the Liberal show, that if the government do not take this thing serious, it will haunt them. And I think that is the truth. But the thing that make them to be having an escape route is simply because they have already labeled it as a presidential project, which means it is a government housing, it is a government project. So it will end up turning into a government project, government structure anyway.
Who that is still vague to me.
It is vague, but it's something, because whether if you like it or not, like there are many things that this government have not been able to explain. Like, for example, private jet, the card of the president, people claiming 1.5 million, the presidential visa. So those some of the things that there will be no explanation for them. And if the government try to explain them, they could also be putting themselves in a hole. Probably that is why they are not talking much. It happened with the yellow machine. All right, it took a while. The president had to come out to speak to it. And when he spoke to it, it laid that to rest. But the difference was the yellow machine was not brought into the country. Had it been brought into the country, how would they have explained that without a procurement process? Definitely, they were going to get big lashes, and that was going to be almost around 80-something million that could face a lot of roles. But this project, this is what the government not going to talk, and they're going to leave it hanging on last minute of time. They might say something that, this is the government project. At the end of the day, it's the government project. And that is where it's going to lead to. Because the project is already there. It's not like you say the project is in the process. It's already laying there. The structure is there. Like the car of the president. But here is the thing I wanted to debunk on these people. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, quickly here. To say government project. Is that like sort of just on the lip, but deeper down is something else that we could expect?
But once they tell us, Mr. Suda, once they tell us that this is a government project, it remains so. Any other government are taking over now, that project can't be going to JMB. It have to go to the government because you already told us it's government project. And that is the thing now, because it's and that is where CDC lost the battle, because they wanted for that project to be Jason Boca project. But unfortunately, this is not Joe. So you are talking about, I listened to that guy or what his name, Aaron Bopler, talking about Old Terry Day. Go and read Front Page Magazine 2018, August 22nd. It gave you the whole breakdown of how the president started his project and how he finished it within a period of 4 to 6 months. The Baptist Seminary project. It is there. Go and read on it. It was not something that a man was, that he got when he was playing soccer. This was something that he got after he became president within a period of 8 months, 6 to 8 months. So none of them could defend it. None of them could defend it. And this project was massive. It was not just an ordinary project. They say, that the man money he had, that he spent his own money and things like that. No. So that is why, what if it was a project but he spent his own money, but the way they did the project within the period of time, it the Liberian people saw it to be something that was based on corruption. Because within that period of time, 16 billion accusation came up, 25 million accusation came up, there was auditing done and nothing came true. So people start speculating, and the seditions could not fully explain. The same thing with the project JMB then on. The only difference that I see here is JMB people are claiming that the project in Foya is government project, and that is the way of escape.
Wow.
Do you believe in that?
If I believe it, well, what will I say? I don't know, Mr. So, the government people, they already say it's the government project. Who am I to say it's not?
Dr. Mali.
I don't have the facts.
Yeah, can I answer? I can go let Dr. Mali be last.
What? Dr. Mali, are you okay with that?
I don't know what you want to say again.
That's all. I had this here this evening, though.
I just want to answer Dr. Mali can be there last. That's all.
Okay.
My man, CDC need to get you something 2020 now. We'll be hanging on your jersey.
I would give CDC something. CDC can't give me nothing.
CDC must give you something 2029 because the way you're tough for them.
So this is the thing, right? When I hear Terry them bundling things together that happen over a long period of time and put it one place, then it creates in the mind of so many Liberians that how is this possible? President Weah came to office. He started building. He started a project in 6 months. It was completed. in the very same 6 months, 16 billion got missing. It was not in the same 6 months that that we did map up exercise with $25 million. So how high is it that $25 million was part of the contribution to the structure that was built? These are things you can deconstruct and see the lies that are flying around, the lies that continue to push in the hearts and minds of the people that are ingrained. You understand? Because sometimes you can speak lies until you get convinced that your lies are true. You know, you can believe your own lies and make it true for yourself. And that's what happened. But we're not crazy. We know what went on. We know how things were. It was a bunch of propaganda at the time. CDC were not actually to the place of fighting back the propaganda. They were into constructing, making sure that Liberian people's lives changed. We had COVID. The president was basically looking for money to do some construction here and there. And at the end of the year, play your propaganda game well, and people bought it. Today, people realize that what you guys did was lie, a bunch of lies. That's why they keep saying you can lie your way to power, but you can't lie your way to govern. Now, the governing process is clear. So the very people that voted for you coming back and say, you lied to us. You lied to us. You told us that President Weah was flying private jet. Today you're flying it and you're justifying why you're flying it. So why you accused President Weah yesterday? You lied to us. You told us that President Weah built condominiums. Today you're building presidential palaces in Foya. Why you lied to us? And these are things that the Liberian people will judge your come 2029. So you can sit on the platform and be deceptive and be, hypocritical. At the end of the day, 2029 will be the end for the too much lies. Thank you, Mr. Soul. And it was good seeing the doctor and the political revving.
Yeah, but you can't go like that. And I wanted
I'm not going. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So you see, Dr. Mali, Keto was very successful tonight. He rallied. He sent a message to Prince. Prince called Aaron. Aaron called Elvis, and only your man, only our man, Clarence is the only guy. But you listen to this.
I just want to change my location 1 second. Yeah, I just want to change my location.
He's starting. He's starting now. He's starting now. He's starting now. Let's hear you, Dr. Mali.
Those are the multi-banks editions.
Well, first of all, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the callers. I think they make some valid and salient point tonight, and I expect their opinion, especially my friend and brother Elvis. He made a very valid and significant point. But
Evans created his power voice.
Yeah, but Evans and Keto and all the sedition I spoke tonight, you need to know that this is a government. A government is in motion. And the government have got time to talk to its citizenry. But when people coming from the background and want to force government to talk the time they want for the government to talk, that's the difference between the government and the citizen, right? There is no case here, not at all. And there is no comparison here between His Excellency, former President Weah, and President Bwaka. This project is a government project. It has been named and qualified as presidential project. But I'm not even coming from that angle. I'm coming from the angle where development has come to Foya. Development has gone to Lofa. And I will even encourage His Excellency to spread the development to the rest of the counties. Our leaders leave and go to the war counties. They don't even have fitting places to sleep. So we need as many presidential villas in Riverside, Grand Jita, Grand Cess. We need a villa all over the place. And I'm very sure if I want to read the mind of the president, he decided to start in FOIA. That is not a crime. It's not a crime at all. And as a matter of fact, most of the people that find a problem with the presidential project, the ordinary people have got different agenda. The ordinary people are thinking about bread and butter issue in Liberia. It is the intelligentsia and the angry opposition group that find a problem.
What kind of group, Dr. Mali?
Angry.
Oh.
Yeah.
fire kettle line going off. Angry.
They don't want finding a lot of prescription for this government. But other than that, if you went to Monrovia now and do your survey, is the educated journalist and the angry politician versus the universities, they don't want talking the issue. And what their percentage? Less than 2%. All right. The bulk of the people that are supposed to put the president in power, they're not even concerned about this thing. You see, so this thing, we'll have to put it to rest tonight. It's a presidential project, and we are calling on the president to spread this thing here to the 16 county. So when our leaders go there, they have nice place to sleep. So starting from FOIA, maybe the word FOIA, probably the government need to change the word FOIA. And looking at this is where the angry politicians don't want to hear that word FOIA. But it's a good initiative. And I want to congratulate the president for that great initiative. I have never heard of this since 1847. Even under George Weah, even under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So His Excellency have come with a huge package of surprises, and I'm sure as time go by, we'll continue to benefit from them. Thank you.
Okay, what a fascinating conversation. Why are we distracted? Before we go, why are we distracted? We have 2029 even closer around. A lot of things happening. These things have not been focused on. The politicians, their surrogates, they have been very successful to twist our thought, and we're not even looking at it. That's troubling, though. What's that? What kind of sign is that?
And even one of my brothers that said that.
Mr. So, Kato said
even one of my brothers
rejecting her call. She tried calling.
Yeah, one of my brother that said they said Joe he had money.
Koto? Was somebody, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, Koto said she's been trying to get through, but
nobody.
So if Joe had money from his football career.
Yeah, you know, don't bring her on. Don't bring her on. I got enough on the United Party pool. Don't bring her on.
Honestly, no. Let me see. Okay.
I take that message back. G called me.
So, CEO, to conclude, when our brothers then are coming and putting their net on the chopping bowl and telling the Republic of Liberia that Georgia wasn't broke from the money he accrued from his football career, equally so, it was the downtrodden that had to sell their little thing to support the party. Where was the money? Where was the money? And the party headquarters was not built. Where was the money? Where was the money when they were asked to take their exit? Where was the money? At one point, I learned that the Joseph Barker government had to even appeal so that they should not put them out during the rainy season. Where was the money?
You're good, man.
Yeah, where was the money? Where was the money? The money came when the tax.
This is the independent voices.
No. The money came when the taxpayer money started kicking in. Then the money came. That is the fact. The presidential villa has come to stay, no matter what the angry politicians say about it. Thank you, CEO.
Elvis, that scripture you quoting is not in the Bible.
All right, guys. I want to thank you so much. We're going to be back here tomorrow as well. I think I'm understanding the Liberal. He might be back tomorrow, but we're going to see her. Who coming in today? Keto, what you say? Coming? Oh, he's voting?
No, I didn't want to run away. I didn't want to run away. I didn't want to go like that. So my things kept connecting. I don't know what Terry did.
That Liberal,
that Terry is
Liberal still control the show from behind. Today, Monday.
Thank you very much for tonight's conversation. But I hope we found a way to hold these people what they can do now. Say, drive those streets. We get 2029 way on the other side. CMC, Verity say coming with another yellow machine. The first one that black.
The opposition is weak. Keto they're not performing. All that tabata they're running all over the place, all on social media. They're not touching Unity Party. I would really want to see a stronger opposition. That's the only thing that can make Unity Party do the right thing. These people are lazy.
Do we have one?
That's why Dr. Mali said they are only 2%. Because since they look at them, do you see any force from the opposition? At Stanton, they will depend on Stanton alone able to fight Unity Party.
So why would you even ask Terry that question? When you ask, Mr. So why you even ask Terry that question instead of ask me if the guy wants strong opposition? You know why the guy wants strong opposition?
I'm not asking. It's a generic. I put it out there to everybody. I said, do we have?
Yes, we have a very strong opposition. The fact that Unity Party is focused on the former president. They are not even focused on their own agenda. They focus on the former president. This to tell you how fearful they are when it comes to President Weah.
I disagree.
How fearful. Yes, you can disagree all you want, but that's the fact. You understand? When they say soon we are named, soon we resurface, they start to jump.
Do you think they have a reason for that? Is that yes? Is there a legitimate reason?
For me, it's legit.
So
it's legit because Weah is a formidable opponent to them. Weah will whip them come 2029. So they have to do all they can to fight him while he even in opposition. Sitting now, he not even this is the first time I've seen an opposition that not even criticizing the government, but the government running after them.
How?
When the opposition start,
no, how? No, Keto, how?
So
you know why I'm asking you this question? Past glory can be like a broken bridge. You guys try to hang on past glory. I don't know how the past glory really going to help CDC because His Excellency President Weah Alain, he's a lifetime president. And you people don't even care about convention or talking about democracy or transition. So this is the party that's coming to bring the anarchy in Liberia.
Mr. Dr. Mali Jones. Mr. Dr. Mali Jones. When we finish with year 2029, Lofa County will be the smallest county in Liberia. When we finish with year 2029, Lofa County will be the smallest county in Liberia.
That would depend on our health report.
And so I think you brought something here. And I hope the last time we never talk about it, we need to know the fitness of people who really want to lead. There must be a complete disclosure. But what CDC is not thinking about.
That's a whole another discussion.
Yeah, that's another discussion. But what this whole CDC, a lot of CDC don't know the Unity Party and the surroundings and the folks embedded with Unity Party. But the time is, it's natural when someone wants to take your job. You were there before, and this person come and they seeing the beauty of that job. They feel that entitlement, and you think you just want to come back. It's going to be a tough one. You can, to fight government is hard. I don't care. You can be who. Yeah, Watara then and now Watara Babu then and reject. They say that people will not to go to parliament something. But with all that I see happening right now, the stature and the plot of the Unity Party will be not they all two going to go together simultaneously: persecution and prosecution. The persecution aspect, that's the area of the Moja boys that surrounding Joseph Boyka. So what they're going to do, they're going to demean you, they're going to put you down, they're going to kind of like demoralize you. Then the prosecution aspect now, it will come to court. Now with the whole asset and the guy, and I was a CDC man, Liberty Party, this and that, the king, we don't even know how can he join the work on this. But I'm saying, when the prosecution aspect comes, see what is this Fenabono thing we're talking about, it's not going to that get nothing. All the thing, and you're going to see more going to come. So they're going to go the surroundings of the president, and if possible within his close proximity. That the law, when the law kick in, whether you like it or not, then they will put that hook on it. And that's exactly the Unity Party people will do. Then, and that's where it really going to be interesting. And that's where the frustration going to come. Nobody here as a leader, you cannot have. We saw what happened during the heat of the war. When Patrick Minicon, when Grady Allison, and all of those people who were people that Samuel Doku looked over, the very first thing they did, those people, they neutralized him. They began to disable his surrounding. And I'm telling you, Unity Party people, they're going to slam CDC, the opposition. They see CDC as a major opposition. I don't think they are really focusing on Comey. Whether we like it or not, potentially that's going to happen. Indictment, lawsuit, this, that. I'm not saying it will be illegitimate, but you will have to go to court to prove it. But what that's going to happen, there will be a political tactics will be deployed. It will delay. And so when indictment comes, when you get caught, what time do you have in your favor to go to vindicate yourself? When the Supreme Court said the prior cases right now, the docket is full. So the finability, all the one we're talking about, they're not getting nothing here, but it's another hook now. They like put somebody inside and then you take the key. Terry is in Maryland, you get Terry the key, let he carry to Maryland. 1 year, 2 years to the heat of the election. Then they call you to go to court. You can't travel with your man. You can't do anything. You're spending huge sum of money in distraction.
Distraction.
But I to go for them, wait and see. Though you need to pass the boys.
But see, let me
whoever there, then they come, they give it, they say you're reconciled, then they give you executive clemency, then they give you.
But CEO, let me just add one thing to your prophecy. Now I let that
see you not in the pastor now.
No, I'm just telling you what's going to happen, and that's what's going to happen. You saw this guy came up with this something. There are 40 people. Do we know the 40 people they are talking about? There are a lot of names here. Is it true? But more or less, those are some tough.
But
CEO, let me people in the CDC. The treasure of the CDC, the video you just played, Mr. So, the video you just played, that is the treasure of the CDC. John Uboti.
What's the treasure? What's the treasure?
Yeah.
What's the treasure? That is the treasure.
Apart from that, CEO, I just got a very classified information that the party has penetrated the heart of CDC now to study the militant tactics so they can bring it back now and counter-eye them by 2029. I learned that what's happening now, because you got to enter the heart to see what's going on there and even bring the psychomotrician strategy and everything. Then there were now the whole thing going to break down and now because
this is very so.
Mr. So, while the people were in opposition, look at what they did to communists. Then now they in power. What do you think they will do to you? You saw what the people did to communists when they were in opposition. That time they in opposition, they joined collaboration. You saw.
Let me tell you one thing. This will be the saddest. Okay, Terry, this will be the this will be the saddest miscalculation,
Wow.
right? It will be a miscalculation for what Mr. So said, for Unity Party to hold on to these people.
Or the people
A year
remove
or
your speaker.
two,
What you did?
a year or two, hold on, a year or two to the election to
What
start
they do?
collecting them.
When the court not call in,
No, the court can call people in. You know, those people can go, but guess what?
how long they ask some kids?
You will awaken you will awaken the seditions. You will awaken even people the disenchanted. You will awaken even people that are standing on the fence to tell the people say this is a complete wish on. This is something that you want to do.
But then, if that will be the case, then the people that will be awaking, there are possibility they can also charge some of them too.
Then one night, wait on one night.
Yeah, because if you carry riot on the street,
they come and they accuse me and the court kept working, and are supposed to contest for senatorial election. There will be some people who want to contest for representative position, senatorial position. If indictment, if the slam indictment on which is a strategic move to contain, to say, hey, you know what? As my dear man came to counter quick, I think the mistake. Let me just tell you now. I've just been on it because we'll come here and have this conversation. I think the president should have gone low in this whole thing to keep the people wondering, former President Weah, what he wants to do. Let it be the burden on them. Oh, the president, look at the president. Are he going here and there visiting? Let them speculate. Let him find surrogate who will going to be a better work. But by the time he made that pronouncement, right away, Unity Party people, those Moja boys, put on the face cap, say, you know what? We have to don't try and taste power. You tested the power. Now they have tasted it. You think they want to let it go? It's not a matter. I'm just telling you how African politicians behave.
This is a different dispensation.
You saw Ouattara. What happened the other day? He went and took the whole constitution and turned it around. He's now president. Babo then saying now there are people who now go contest. So when I put on go contest.
But this is not first time. We will know African history. This is not the first time. This is not the first time for them to turn constitution around. You remember Haiti, Kona Bedie became president of Ivory Coast. Kona Bedie was way sitting now as ambassador somewhere else. At the time, the constitution of Ivory Coast said when the president died, the prime minister are going to take over. President, when he hopefully died, it took how many months before they announced the death? Because they had to kind of change the constitution.
That's a different thing. But anyway, guys, thank you. We're gonna be back here again for most conversations. These are our views and our opinions, and I think everybody, like the viewers, the caller, they have the right to express that. Dr. Mallet, tonight you took a symbolical term, man. You say what? you and Terry more or less ally here this evening.
No, we trying to refurbish our spectacle right now because it's like the way things are going now. There's a need to address an issue now to the bone, because the problem on the ground now is that CDC, we want to make sure CDC become an opposition party on paper, not in practice.
Oh God! You want to make that pressure to go? Oh, get what you do.
Dr. Male post in the chat room. Look, Dr. Male in the chat room have been very inspiring.
Lofa solidarity, Lofa solidarity force on this platform. Lofa solidarity force on this platform. They ain't got no integrity. We will deal with them. We just watching y'all. When we finish dealing with y'all, y'all will put the law on the road.
Evis already sending me to hell already.
Terry, another serious thing to talk about, right? What my man go say God show him vision about President Weah illness. Your fellow pastor.
No.
He had a whole show.
You see, the other day I wanted to address that thing, but you know, CEO didn't give us a chance to talk about it. The man did not say President Weah is going to be sick or so. The man said he had a dream about President Weah, and the dream was not good. So we should pray for him. I listen to
God show him.
Prophet Cummings
God show him. I mean, the man of my family, man. Cummings.
Yeah, he said we should pray.
Pastor Cummings. He said God show him, and the people that support Weah must pray because what he saw, we are sick. The very day you get our prophecy, we are keen on the very day to address FIFA. The thing about it, brother, sometimes let me tell you,
that the prophecy did not say we are sick. The man he said
he
we are
said,
sick. The man
he
said
said we are
dreamed,
sick. Amen, brother.
and the
The man
dream
said
was
we
not
are
looking good.
the man said we are sick.
And this is one of the problem. This is one of the problem here. All that thing said it was just being a simple little short succinct press statement from CDC people.
Why them can't get press statement? Why CDC must get press to Prophet Keating? Why CDC must get prophet to Prophet Keating?
You see, that's the problem. You don't listen to people. That's why your hair can be button thing. You know,
they don't listen.
I mean, why you need to former President George Weah is a public asset. Do you know that? He is a public asset. He is a former president, and all we all know now, he still wants to contest. So people, if people don't see him in the public, if people suspect something is going on that is unusual, they have the right to question it because he is a potential presidential hopeful that he could be the equivalent. So when people doing that to get the thing done, all you need to do, it can be a one tweet from a high-profile person, and that's it. And then that put to a red, and then when you surface, then you say, yeah. But when something happened, everybody will get like some kind of ground.
People came up before. People came up before and said the president is not sick. People came. Then Carrasco came out. I come in, Mr. Carrasco came out and said the president is not sick. The president did a video of he exercising in his house with Carrasco. They say they stay sick. After the president appear again, and Eugene Nangbe came out and have a press conference. What stand up with us will say? Oh, the man still not sick. People will say what they want to say regardless. So for me, you saw him. My question to you, you're a journalist, you saw him. Does he look like he's sick?
I'm not talking about it. Let me tell you, is know where your problem going to come from? If you don't know how to handle Stanton, if CDC cannot build her own propaganda machinery, if they can't hold out, they're going to be an internal fight. Freedom FM has been there for CDC. And you got to be strategic. Everything is a jealousy and thing. If you can't give the resources to equip the Freedom FM that have been talking tabata that is good, or talking tabata with other people to empower them to kind of make them forceful to measure.
So Freedom talking tabata?
Somebody think you know somebody think they can talk.
For you people,
true.
I'm saying they need to invest into their own. But the other day, few people say they were coming to the how they call it a car there. It didn't be one day, all of them going back, they go sit down on a center.
No, they gotta have their own thing. They people come out every week. I think Saturday, they come out every Saturday with a show.
Week, right? Only 1 week. You don't listen to people.
CEO, you know the good news? CMC is not going to be registered as a political party again, according to Inside Sources.
Oh my God. Why the woman getting on a new phone?
That's the capital punishment, the Moja boys. The information,
those are the Moja army. They kind of like they persecute you, they make sure they destroy you, that nobody can buy you for fasting. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Good night, man. Great show, gentlemen.
There's a need to reduce the political party population.
Starting from Unity Party.
No, starting from CDC.
That's a complete gula phone that the Soviet Union, the way back of Constantine Chinyampo, everything that you want to bring that.
They did just call Dr. Mali for an appointment. You might run away from Liberia. They may want to do
one of the mean barmen in power at JMB. The mean barmen. That all of your overload that man.
The old man can behave like Bob Willie. The hard tower can operate. You know, side people, you ready, they suspend you, you leave your own with God. The house alone, people can operate. People behave like Bob Willie. No talking, nothing. Action speaks louder than words.
But you want fun they have about the paper. They say all the advice, the 13 advisors can come and give all their advices. Papa say, okay, I will agree with it 1 year. They say when Papa go home, when he finish with a dining room, when you get in a room, you can just change the whole thing. And you know, the advisor can ask a boss.
Listen, when the property will tell you, say, okay, you know what? Wait on your time when you become president, then you can take that decision. In the meantime, I am running the show. I am running the show. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, good night. Have a fun night. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that does it this evening. So I want to thank you so much, Keto, and the rest of the folks. So our viewers, our followers, so we thank you so much for following all your comments, your tweets. You can also send your suggestions. If this is the first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Make this your home network. Your suggestions, your opinion, always welcome. And we have said that consistently. If you want to be an analyst, you want to be a contributor to this network, let us know. We can also allot time. Even if you want to share something as a citizen of Liberia, you don't have to be a minister, you don't have to be a director, you don't have to be a lawmaker, whatever it is. We can also bring you here and speak about your country. Take charge of your own situation. Take charge of your country. Do not allow these politicians to boat ride you into. Reggie, good to have you here. Mr. Slat, always thank you so much for your commitment to this network. We always like to, when the more we see you guys, the better it becomes. We'll discuss it. I know sometimes it doesn't go well with people, but yet and still you are here. And it is because of the country, not for us. We just here as facilitator, and that is okay. Whether you agree or disagree with, but you here. The fact that you are here, it simply suggests that you want to be, you want to see the good coming out of your country, and that's what we want to do. Thank you so much. But this is one other funny one today here, and it was I wanted to talk about it, but let me just see it.
Making more things so yeah. No, for the fine stay here, even when the China can go over here.
I just spoke to the chairman on all public work. He's calling the minister now. Yeah? By your portfolio, I never respected me. No, I respected you. I was able to focus on it. If I don't get the policy, I don't want you. I expect you to go to the minister, say you said the minister. I can't be going to the minister while you're breaking the places down. You know the traffic I take from here to go to the minister. The time senator will take before you come back. You go to the chairman. I just want to the chairman. Please, sir.
That's how we are. We always try to manage crisis. And we can manage a world when crisis should be prevented. They will wait until something is happening, then it becomes proactive instead of preventing to have this sort of dialogue. It don't happen. How they got to that point? What has been the conversation? Well, folks, we want to thank you so much. But you know, there's a song I always play here, and a guy here. I'm a traditionalist. I'm a country boy, and so anything that promotes the culture of our country, whether it's traditional, I strongly believe it. And this one, yeah, more or less to the people of southeastern, let's say Grand side, because he's a local gospel artist. And we're going to be managing his affair. They call him Ambassador Gideon Boy, who is a traditional gospel artist. We're going to be managing affairs both here and in the U.S. and that of Liberia. 3 management team to coordinate to help him to succeed, to help him to advocate for him. And we made that crystal clear that we will do our best. It is only and only for his interest. And for those of you from in the Grand Belt, you need special song for your anniversary, to graduation, to birthday, to milestone. He's very good. He's a very good artist. And Levi Kemet, Vera Quay is based in Des Moines, Iowa. Myself and Levi here, we're going to be managing the affairs of Ambassador Gideon Boy. There are some English songs as well. We need, what about somebody does as a profession, they should be able to live and survive with it. So the numbers are there. We're going to be posting this flyer if you're from in those area here. And that's the song I've been playing here. This song, it has a meaning. It has a meaning. So